What is your mindset in big time moments?
To
Game
kill.
is on the line, right? We need a shot. We go to Jalen Patterson. What is your mindset in those moments?
To get a bucket, to kill. My mindset's just to kill and get a bucket. There's like nothing really going through my mind. Just like do this, do that. I just go out there and do my thing.
On the road of unforgiveness, the fight, survival, to become legendary may seem rough and impossible. But everyone have what it takes. All you need is a plan, the roadmap. Then proceed knowing that God will handle the rest. We all got dreams, and we all won't exist someday. But to me, it's exciting knowing I'll go with memories living out a dream, and not the memories of just dreaming. But what about you? Galt, California for 15 years. It's the place Liberty Ranch's own Jalen Patterson called home. But it's more than a home. It was and still is his motivation. Where nothing's more known than this flea market. Ryan Matthews.
And Ryan Matthews, a huge strikeout.
Phil Rickey. And Olympic gold medalist Stephanie Trafton. Names that has driven Patterson since the day he picked up a basketball. The plan is to become the next big thing and use his voice to uplift an entire generation with every bit of reasoning and killer season. Learning life beyond the game, to not let it play us, because there's more to this game than becoming famous.
I hope no one falls in love with you. I've got my reasons. 'Cause if they knew what I know, then I know I wouldn't stand a chance. There's no way you would go for a girl like me if you had options. Even though the world was meant for you, hope you don't get famous. 'Cause everyone will love you but won't love you like I do. Hope you don't get famous. Hope you don't get famous. Stay home with me. Stay home with me. I'll always love you. I'll always hope you don't get famous.
Even at 7 years old, there wasn't a moment alive Jalen wanted to put the ball down.
I'm Jalen Patterson. I'm class 2020 and I'm a point guard. The dream of me playing on the pro level came when I was like 3 or 4. Ever since I was young when I started playing basketball.
Let me see that Kobe Bryant pump fake spin move.
Our relationship with me and with my dad is very strong. On and off the court, he's always giving me tips, telling me just play your game. And off the court, he's just giving me life tips, and he's a great role model for me.
His dribbling was pretty good to be so young, left-handed, right hand, and he developed a shot early. Court vision, situational awareness, controlling the game.
He eventually grew out this backyard. It was time to take his talents across the city to see where his game was at and what he needed to improve on.
All I really got in this is me. Everybody else just wants a piece.
Once he got comfortable on the court, he had that killer instinct. He doesn't like to lose. Most competitors don't like to lose. He just wants to win every game. He thinks he's Westbrook. His game is very similar to. He has a killer instinct like AI had. Maybe not the total aggressiveness, but I think he's really similar to AI. And in this new era of basketball, I'm gonna have to say, There's a couple different people he remind me of. Westbrook, Chris Paul, Damian Lillard.
Catching the eye of many coaches, it wasn't until Coach Williams seen something in him that would spark an unforgettable relationship.
The first time I saw Jalen play was in 6th grade, and I was absolutely blown away with what I was watching. And I think I told my dad it was the best 6th grade player I've ever seen. The future looked extremely bright. It's been true up until this point. He seemed to have a control of the game, a very high IQ, could see the floor very well, pass the ball extremely well. Obviously, he can score it. So absolutely blown away. Here I am watching this 6th grader, and when I left, I couldn't wait for a couple years to pass so he can come join our roster.
And by the time he was a freshman in high school, he earned himself a spot on the varsity basketball team.
I ended up at Liberty Ranch because I've always lived in Galt, so it was just, and their basketball program needed a player that can go straight from D1. I feel like I can do that for him and be the first.
As a young kid with a lot of potential, Jalen put Northern California on notice with the performance of the year, hitting 11 3-pointers, including 10 in a row, in the Sac Joaquin section playoff victory over Calaveras.
My mindset was just to win because they were supposed to beat us that year. They were favored. Everybody was talking about Calaveras is the best team in our section, all this and that. I didn't want to lose at all, but we were down 19-4 to start the game. And then I hit 3 threes the first half, and then the second half I hit 7 threes second half. And something, I don't know, after I made that 6th or 7th one, the hoop felt like it was getting bigger. It was like an ocean or something, so it was I was pulling from half court kind of, and it was going in.
Even though Jalen had his moments, the ultimate goal that year wasn't complete, so work had to be put in all summer to come back better than the previous year.
From the perspective of his character, his attitude, his willingness to be a good teammate, his ability to take his success, be happy for someone else's success, I think that goes kind of a long ways with how others view him, which is different from how they view him on the court. But ultimately, I think his attitude is what they like, from a competitive standpoint. It's great. The buy-in is huge, all the way from the first guy to the last guy. We stress to the players that everyone has a role, and I think that adds to the chemistry in the locker room. They're friends from a very young age. They go to school together, kindergarten through high school, unlike maybe some of the bigger areas, bigger cities. But basically empowering the kids and letting them know that their role is really important. And like I said, that trickles down the locker room. People are happy for other success. And so it's kind of like a big family.
We get along very well, me and Coach. On the court, he's just in my ear telling me what's not to do or what to do. And off the court, we're just watching film. He tells me what to do here and what to do there. So he helps a lot. The team mindset going into this season is to win and to win and to win the league, win the state, and try to win the section championship this year.
The philosophy is to win. The philosophy is to work hard. We build character on and off the court, but it's the culture of the attitude of winning. We talk a lot about winning. That's what we focus on. I'm a player-first coach, so I like to maximize their ability and minimize their weaknesses. And we just really focus on winning. We put in a lot of work in the off-season. So this whole idea of the culture of winning, it's the off-season preparation, it's the in-season focus. And that's a huge part of our coaching philosophy to the kids.
After learning a lot last season and putting in work all summer, going into the sophomore year, there was unfinished business. With the motto, play like a champion, the newly reformed Hawks knew it was time to make a killing this season.
Number 2, Jalen Patterson.
It's Snaps on the track.
Starting off the season on a hot streak, Jalen had reached another milestone, becoming the fastest player in Liberty Ranch's history to reach 1,000 points in just his sophomore year.
Blazing on the track, boy.
Heading into a holiday tournament, while most use this time to slack and forget about hoop, Jalen was about using this time to let people know he was here and he was here to stay.
How do you feel like the team is playing as a whole at the moment? And do you think you guys have what it takes to go deep in the playoffs?
As a whole, this team is very deep. We're like 9-10 deep, and I feel like we can win a section title and compete for state.
After wrapping up the season going into the NorCal tournament, Liberty Ranch thought their season came to an end on February 23rd with an upset loss to Calaveras in the Sac Joaquin Section Division IV quarterfinals. The same team Jalen Patterson went 10 out of 11 from the three his freshman year.
They came out more hungrier than us. I feel like they were just scrappy, and we were expecting that from them. From the last 2 times we played them, they weren't like scrappy or hungry or anything, so we thought we had them, but we didn't. They came out with the victory, and yeah.
And that was pretty much it.
Yeah.
End of the season.
Yeah.
No state tournament bid at all.
But Sunday, Williams and his team was selected to play in the NorCal field. Another chance at a state playoff run. The only problem was 5 players moved on to spring sports, as they had no idea the season still had life. What's more, the team's second best player, junior guard Jaime Gonzalez, is out for the season with a broken foot.
It was like, we felt like it was a second chance, and we didn't want to ruin our second chance, because second chance aren't usually given.
Yeah.
So
12th seed, opening rounds, the Hawks beat 5th seeded Albany, with Jalen icing 2 clutch free throws to defeat them 48-46. Heading into Auburn with the biggest challenge yet. The night before Jalen's great-grandmother passed away due to an illness. He had never played a big game without her.
Well, I was coming out of practice Friday. That was Friday, like 4:30, 5 o'clock, and then I get a call, and that's when they told me. I was just like, whoa, like, it hit me like hard. And then Saturday morning, which was game day, I had to win. The team wanted to win. We all wanted to win for her, so I did what I did, and we did what we did, and we won the game.
Patterson was surrounded by a strong supporting cast that helped offset a terrific effort by Placer's dominating senior, Kai Huntsberry, 85-80 in the CIF Northern California Division IV quarterfinal, the first time in school history. Down 6 players for various reasons, the Hawks won the second round NorCal game for the first time in 4 attempts in recent years. The poised sophomore guard had 28 points in the game he had dedicated to his great-grandmother. After an emotional game, Coach Williams and Patterson embraced to let it all out.
Regardless of my role as a coach or a teacher, the relationships I've built in previous years with my players, the relationships I'm building right now, I see that as a lifelong relationship. I anticipate they'll come back and share their good experiences with me, maybe invite me to their wedding, but just that interaction throughout life, any words of wisdom I can give them along the way. I don't ever see that going away. I'm sure coaching will end one day, but the relationships are going to continue, which is what this is all about.
I mean, going to the season, people didn't even have us going to the playoffs because we lost both our big men because they graduated. So they're like, if they had no big, we weren't going to do that well. But we ended the season 23-4, and people didn't expect us to be this good. So I think we did pretty good as a whole, this whole season.
After a historic tournament run, Liberty Ranch basketball falls to Stewart Hall, ending their amazing season in the state NorCal semifinal game. Jalen Patterson and the Liberty Ranch Hawks finished the season with an overall record of 26-6, 8-2 in league. Jalen earned himself a spot on Sacramento Bee's 2017-2018 All-Metro second team, as well as earning a spot on the All-Sierra Valley Conference basketball team, while being named the team and league MVP, averaging 22.8 points per game, including the California All-State Underclassmen Boys team. Coach Josh Williams was named the Conference Coach of the Year. A team that never expected to be anywhere near the biggest stage of the season showed and proved that a 12 seed can go on the road and knock off a higher seed. Liberty Ranch of Galt was sure the underdogs, but used that along with grit, inspiration, and the will of a star guard to overcome the obstacles. To play like a champion is not about the wins and losses. It's about the focus, dedication, desire, and will to win during the challenges. No matter what the future holds, as long as you know you gave more than everything, there will always be room for something to improve on for whatever the reason. Watch the light shine, as long as you keep believing. Killer season.